Hey, so I mean, this is your second Las Vegas fight. The first was inside a bubble. Are you looking forward to returning to the fight capital?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to fighting in Vegas with a crowd. I haven't gotten to experience that yet, so that'll be definitely something to look forward to.
I live around 10 minutes from the strip, and a lot of the time here as a local, you see the like UFC billboards, but there's always something pretty cool about seeing the boxing shows when they're up on the lights on the strip. Did you see your name on light, in a billboard and on lights? I know it's such like a goal and a dream of a lot of boxers because you'll certainly see it this time on the Golden Boy show. Like, what was the experience like in the bubble? Do you think it'll be so much different now with the crowd and, maybe a bit more promotion and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a little different fighting in front of a big crowd, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think this is gonna be a huge event. Me and Zurdo, we have a lot of fans, and I think it's gonna make for a great show.
Why cruiserweight, Joe? Why now?
And they asked me if I would fight at a catch weight, and I agreed to it because light heavyweight is it's a tough division, tough weight for me to make.
Mm,
um I'm more comfortable fighting at 190, 185. So um making that weight is easy for me.
what do you walk around at?
um I'd say I'm around 200.
Yeah.
So it's a good weight for me.
What are your thoughts on Zurdo? What do you think his strengths and weaknesses are as an opponent?
I think he's just a very aggressive, busy guy. He's he's got long range, long reach, but he likes to get inside and mix it up and just punch. So yeah, I just got to be in great shape and punch with him, and it's gonna make for a great, entertaining fight.
For sure. What did you take away from his defeat to Bivol? Because you both got a common opponent there. Did you feel like you performed better against Bivol than he did? And is there anything you can
Um,
take away from that performance of his?
yeah, I mean, I feel like I had a few better moments than he did in the fight, but Bivol is a great technical boxer where he picks you apart, and that's what he did to the two of us. Where it was pretty much similar, but I do believe I did a little better with him. I believe I was probably one of his toughest fights to yet, with Bivol. You know, being that I actually hurt him once in the fight, but yeah, I mean, I could see a few things from that fight that I could maybe work on, you know, to succeed in my fight against them.
Mm. Like what? Are you able to say? Are you going to keep that close to your chest?
I'll keep it in, but it's more just really just staying busy and you know, picking, punching when he's making those mistakes that you see.
Mm. You kind of touched on this earlier with like differences in like light heavyweight and going up a division. Do you feel like cruiserweight is a bit more open? And what are your goals there? Do you think there's like a quite a clear path to a title with Bivol and Beterbiev kind of keeping the world titles on lock between the two of them? Do you think like a route to one of the four major championships is a bit clearer at 200 pounds?
Um, yeah, I believe if I'm offered the opportunities, I believe I can, get there quickly and get a title shot and possibly become a two-time world champion. But I got to get past Zurdo in order to even consider moving on in the cruiserweight division. But um, I'm going to give it 100% and see what happens.
Now, having fought both Bivol and Beterbiev, who do you think out of the two of them is the superior fighter?
Oh, it's it's hard to say. Bivol, he's a very technical, like good puncher. Like he picks his shots and he's very busy and accurate. But the same with Beterbiev, he picked his shots and he's very accurate, like very accurate with his punches. He hit me. He he set it up to hit me exactly where he wanted to, and he succeeded. Um, but they got very different styles. Bivol's very busy and fluent. Beterbiev is more of that, 2-3 punch guy that just picks very good shots. But I think it'll make for a great fight.
Mm. I've kind of written a few times this year about like I really feel like we're in an era of super fights right now. I feel like 2023 has just delivered, right at the top from guys like Tank and Ryan, Spence, Crawford, Benavidez plan. I think you and Zurdo is going to be a great fight as well here in Vegas.
Yeah.
It seemed like Spence and Crawford kind of got criticism for taking so long to fight one another. Do you think Bivol and Beterbiev are kind of getting a pass?
A lot of these fighters are taking so long to fight each other because they're scared. You get one loss, you lose, and now you're not worth anything anymore. That's what it seems. So, you want to get as many title defenses and stuff as possible before you take those big chances and risk.
Mm.
Me on the other hand, I jumped right into taking those risks, trying to fight the best right away. Do I regret it? No, because like I said, light heavyweight was getting tough for me to make that division, that weight. So I wanted to win those titles as quick as I can, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, I cover MMA as well, and a loss there in that sport doesn't mean too much. You can rebound quite quickly in things like the UFC. I'd love for us in boxing to kind of, get away from, one L can, set you back for however many years. And, when you see a resume like yours, you've just been in with, the killers at light heavyweight, and now you're doing the same as well in another weight class. It's a credit to you. With Bivol though, I mean, he was linked to a Canelo rematch. He's only fought once since they fought, last summer. Do you feel like he's kind of
Yeah.
wasted the prime years of his career by being, a little bit inactive, or do you think he's maybe being like an avoided guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably tough for him to get fights as well as, making sure he's getting the right fight. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely wasting some of his time, but if if that's if they get the right fight at the right time, then maybe it'll be worth it.
And being where you're from, do you like a possible fight between Tio Lopez and Shakur Stevenson? How big of a fight do you think that could be for New York?
Yeah, it'll be a great entertaining fight. Definitely, for sure.
Who do you like in that one? Do you think Shakur, he's kind of seen as this kind of unbeatable guy? Do you think he'd get it done against Tio, or do you think Tio would continue to
Yeah,
kind of like surprise people like he did against Josh Taylor?
definitely possible for that, but I think Shakur is definitely a great boxer, a great all-around fighter. So definitely be an entertaining one.
Mm. And last one I had, like, how who do you think is the best cruiserweight boxer of all time? The two consensus guys are kind of like Holyfield or Usyk. Who do you think's the number one in that division in history?
I don't know. You put the two of them in the ring together. That's a fight I'd like to see. But I know Usyk is a great fighter. I've seen some of his amateur fights online and stuff, and seen that he fought Beterbiev, and they had great fights together. And I don't know. They both. It's hard to say. It's two different eras. You can't really compare the
Mm.
two.
Perfect. Joe, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me. I'm looking forward to catching up with you when you arrive in Vegas.